Experiences. As you continue to practice, you may have all kinds of experiences, both good and bad. Just as a room with many doors and windows allows the air to enter from many directions in the same way, when your mind becomes open, it is natural that all kinds of experiences can come into it. You might experience states of bliss, clarity, or absence of thoughts. In one way, these are very good experiences and signs of progress in meditation. For when you experience bliss, it's a sign that desire has temporarily dissolved. When you experience real clarity, it's a sign that aggression has temporarily ceased. When you experience a state of absence of thought, it's a sign that your ignorance has temporarily died. By themselves, they are good experiences. But if you get attached to them, they become obstacles. Experiences are not realization in themselves, but if you remain free of attachment to them, they become what they really are. That is, materials for realization. Negative experiences are often the most misleading because we usually take them as a bad sign. But in fact, the negative experiences in our practice are blessings in disguise. Try not to react to them with aversion as you might normally do, but recognize them instead for what they truly are. Merely experiences, illusory and dreamlike. The realization of the true nature of the experience liberates you from the harm or danger of the experience itself. And as a result, even a negative experience can become a source of great blessing and accomplishment. There are innumerable stories of how masters worked like this with negative experiences and transformed them into catalysts for realization. Traditionally, it's said that for a real practitioner, it's not the negative experiences, but the good ones that bring obstacles. When things are going well, you have got to be especially careful and mindful so that you don't become complacent or overconfident. Remember what Dujum Rinpoche said to me when I was in the middle of a very powerful experience. Don't get too excited. In the end, it's neither good nor bad. He knew I was becoming attached to the experience. That attachment, like any other, has to be cut through. What we have to learn in both meditation and in life is to be free from attachment to the good experiences and free of aversion to the negative ones. Dujum Rinpoche warns us of another pitfall. On the other hand, in meditation practice, you might experience a muddy, semi-conscious, drifting state, like having a hood over your head, a dreamy dullness. This is really nothing more than a kind of blurred and mindless stagnation. How do you get out of this state? Alert yourself, straighten your back, breathe the stale air out of your lungs, and direct your awareness into the clear space to freshen your mind. If you remain in this stagnant state, you will not evolve. So whenever this setback arises, clear it again and again. It is important to be as watchful as possible and to stay as vigilant as you can. Whatever method you use, drop it or simply let it dissolve on its own. When you find you have arrived naturally in a state of alert, expansive, and vibrant peace, then continue to remain there quietly, undistracted, without necessarily using any particular method. The method has already achieved its purpose. However, if you do stray or become distracted, then you return to whatever technique is the most appropriate to call you back. The real glory of meditation lies not in any method, but in its continual living experience of presence, in its bliss, clarity, peace, and most important of all, complete absence of grasping. The diminishing of grasping in yourself is a sign that you are becoming freer of yourself. And the more you experience this freedom, the clearer the sign that the ego and the hopes and fears that keep it alive are dissolving, and the closer you will come to the infinitely generous wisdom that realizes egolessness. When you live in that wisdom home, you'll no longer find a barrier between I and you, this and that, inside and outside. You'll have come finally to your true home, the state of non-duality.